Chappell and Jenny from Rob Has a Podcast. Kate and Drita, how are y'all doing today?
Hi.
Doing great.
It's so good to be able to talk to y'all. Kate, I do have to say, as a big Below Deck fan, it's so fun watching you go from Chief Stew over to these reality TV competition shows. But what has that transition been like for you?
I really love that I don't have to wear a uniform, namely a skirt anymore. I don't, my skirt days are over, so that's exciting. And frankly, I think the world of Below Deck actually helped me be ready for competition shows because I was living in confined spaces with people that annoyed me for years.
Anybody else from the Below Deck franchise that you can see kind of going into the House of Villains house?
I think Chef Ben would do fantastic. I also think Chef Ben would do amazing on Traders. And, he's British, so maybe Scotland's where he should start, and then he can come to Villains later.
Sounds good.
Drita, I'm wondering, this show is about being a villain. What is it like getting asked to do a show like this and being very obviously typecast as a villain and knowing that you can go in and play that way? Like what was your reaction to going on to a show like this?
My first reaction was I was insulted. I was
Right?
like, well, I'm not a villain. I was like, what do you mean, me? A villain? And then it's a catchy title. Yeah, if everybody has to turn into a villain. If you're playing a game, you're going to really have no choice. So I think it's more or less not you are a villain, but playing this game, you will become a villain or you will have to, one way or the other. How are you going to win? Nice guys finish last. Isn't that a saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
It is.
Drita,
It
Uh,
is.
and you are familiar with some of these villains, and specifically one. You've played another reality show with our seasoned House of Villains veteran, New York. What was
I
that
was
like
happy
seeing
to see
her?
New York.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I was happy to see her. I mean, I know she doesn't care to see anyone, but I was happy to see her. But you know why? Because she's an OG and it's like, it's nice. Like in our world, when you go way back and do reality TV as long as I did, I mean, what was it, 15 years ago when it first became the hottest thing? And it's a different time now. But when you have like everyone's favorites going on a show, and then you watch it to watch them interact with each other. It's kind of like those TV shows when we were young and they would put two of the shows together and it was exciting, right? So it's the same thing. But when I saw New York, I was like, do you ever leave here? Like, because she's been
Is it
on
her house?
season. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if she stays there and then they find her the next year.
Which was actually great for me because I was, her roommate, but I was forced into it because there's only bed left. But that worked out great for me because this is her third season. She knew all the secrets. She knew all
Oh,
the.
yeah.
I had the best room because New York knew to pick the best room, and so I just
Yeah.
kind of would study whatever New York did. I'm like, she's done this before.
She's a veteran. I mean,
Uh-huh.
she's really a veteran.
Hmm.
But then again,
Okay.
she never won. So you're really following someone that
No, I just meant the secrets to like hiding from your cast, from like
that's very
House
true.
secrets.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't wait to see you rooming with New York. That's gonna be incredible. But there's somebody else on the cast that I wanted to ask about because you obviously had your, impressive run on the Traders, and then you did a little cameo on the season of Traders that Tom Sandoval was on, and you had some really fun commentary about Tom in that cameo. So were you surprised to see him on the cast, and what was your reaction to playing with him?
I'm always surprised to see Tom Sandoval in any cast. So this was no different. And the great thing about Tom is there's no shortage of inspiration for fun commentary.
You can, lean into being a villain.
I mean, he makes it so easy. So I appreciated him for that.
Kate, in my circle, no one has ever called you a villain, and but like you were such a fan favorite from Below Deck. Were you
I
surprised to be
told you,
called for
show
this
of
show?
favorites.
Well, everybody's like, I'm not a villain, but you were on Mob Wives. Like, that's a little villainy. But for me, I'm like, I really did not consider myself a villain.
Not a
So
villain.
thank you for that. But can be. And it was actually really fun to go on a show where they were like, we know you can be a villain. So feel free to do that as much as possible.
Turn it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate, okay. First of all, I was saying if you want to put it in mob terms, I was telling everyone in the house, I would, they were like, oh, you'd be the boss of the mob. I said, no, I wouldn't. I'd be the muscle where you tell, oh, go injure that person. I'd go injure them. The boss would be the calm, cool, collected Very, very smart, but could be gangster in her own way. Don't sleep on Kate. Because Kate is gangster in her own right.
Every time Drita says I'm gangster, I feel like an angel gets its wings or something.
It does.
Honestly, I get goosebumps. It makes me so
I
happy.
did not hand out gangster.
You saw it. She said
Yeah.
it twice.
That's high praise.
I
and
know.
I feel it. Yeah.
I know.
What is this world coming to?
I'm
From one gangster
But-
to the next, you know, we
I'm
love
so
this.
proud of that.
No, it's true. And like Kate, in your experience on the Traders, you started both of those games as a faithful. And I guess, when you're thinking about how that game works is like you're one of the good guys if you're the faithful. And so, you go into this show and do you almost kind of feel like, oh, I can kind of play this game as a trader, obviously a different game, but like lean into that kind of persona.
Sure.
That
And
gangster persona.
yeah, I think if they had maybe used like a different cast for House of Villains, it wouldn't have been as easy to lean into villainous behavior. But there are some strong personalities this year that made it much easier.
Okay.
Oh,
This
Drita,
was an incredible cast.
yeah, was there anybody from the cast, aside from New York, that you were very excited to see, Drita?
No, I didn't know anybody.
Okay, so you were meeting
Because-
everybody for the first time.
But you loved Johnny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo,
That's
once you
wrong.
got
That's
there.
not true.
Did you know he was
What-
up there?
No, I didn't know he was going to be there, but I am a fan of Love Island.
Love Island.
Mm.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the recent ones, but that was a show, and I'm not big on watching reality TV, believe it or not. But when I watched that show, I was like, this is a great show. And that was the season Johnny was on. So I was happy to see him. I was like, oh my God, I loved you on that show. Meanwhile, he's like, really? All the women hated
I
me.
remember hearing you say that, and I was shocked. I was in
I
another
know.
room. I was like, Drita
You know,
is obsessed with Love Island.
I didn't think I would like it either. It just was on my TV.
Yeah.
And then I was like, wait a minute.
Then you get hooked.
You get hooked. So, and he's young. He was having fun. So it's terrible. People were ripping on him, But yes, he was someone I noticed. And I was like happy about that. And then I was like, after becoming friends with Kate, I was like, I got to watch the shows she was on because she's boss.
I can't wait to watch this show.
True.
The rest of it.
This show is going to be I cannot wait for you to watch the whole thing. It's so good.
We're so excited. We've been waiting, as soon as we saw this cast, very, very excited about it. One of the great things about House of Villains is the host, is Joel McHale, and like the interactions with the cast. So I'd love to hear about how your experience was with Joel and what he brings to the show and just how he interacts with everyone.
I loved watching him on The Soup for years.
Yeah.
And so it was surprising to me. One, he's much taller than you'd imagine in person. And two, he seems so sarcastic and dry on The Soup. And he's actually so lovely and nice. Like he has that sense of humor, but there's also a very kind, gentle side to him, which was a lovely surprise that made this experience.
We love Joel.
We love Joel. Yay,
We
Joel.
love him.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can say negative about him,
Wonderful.
honestly.
He's a wonderful human.
He's wonderful. He's funny.
He's not a villain.
Oh no, but he can abuse and you know what? He's the only person that I'll let it slide if he makes fun of me.
He's gotten on my nerves a couple times.
Yeah, he gets annoying a little bit in that sense, but he's making fun of you.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny.
Yeah,
and
but-
the show is funny.
It kind of reminds you it's all a joke.
He humbles everyone.
You're in on the joke. It's kind of like
but you can't say good like you can't say enough about him.
Yeah,
That's how great he is
wonderful.
as a person.
Wonderful human.
Drita, did you have a strategy going into this game, being that it's one of your like first big reality TV competition shows?
No, I knew my fans would be happy as hell, but then I was like thinking in my head, just, you know what? As soon as I left my house, I told both my daughters, who, by the way, one's 25. I mean, my kids grew up on TV and Giselle's 18. So they're women. I'm looking at them. I'm like, I'm not going to lose my temper because, I have changed. And my daughter was like, anybody want to make a bet on this one? I was like, no, I'm really not going to. And I'm not going to use profanity. So those are the two things I will not do. You hear giggles over here?
I was gonna say, Kate, can you confirm that Drita doesn't use any profanity on the show?
Can you confirm? What are you nuts?
I'm glad that you had those goals going, and I commend you for that. I said I wasn't going to curse either. We all say that.
Everyone says that.
It lasts a little longer than others.
it's Peacock. It's allowed. It's
And
fine.
then as soon as I walked through my door, my daughter was like, how'd you do? I said, Big Drita came out for a second. I tried to put her away. I mean, I really did not want that to happen because that's what my fans call it. When I get angry, they call it Big Drita.
I learned new curse words I never knew existed before.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got a curse word vocabulary that is extensive and impressive.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. And I get, I will never, ever raise my hands to anyone anymore. So the anger has to come out somehow.
It's like a force of nature. Like when you see thunder clouds off in the distance and then they're rolling and then there's thunder and lightning and you're like, take cover. And then it blows through. And when Drita starts, you're like, oh, everybody brace your sit down, get safe. She's coming.
You want to know how nuts she is?
Yes, please.
Yes. So instead of like a normal person would be like, when I lose it, they'd be like, oh my God, this one, she's like, that's lovely. That was
that's Chief Stu.
Again. Do you know the energy? Do you know how hot and you can feel it? It's wonderful.
More.
That's Chief Stu. Okay, she can weather a storm.
That's
Okay,
right. Right. Mm-hmm. We're gonna need more of that.
This has prepared me for, just needing the two of you to have a spinoff show already.
Yes,
I can't wait to see this
our road
play
trip.
out.
Oh, we're taking a road trip.
yeah,
You're coming with us.
Please, we're ready. We'll recap it. This has been awesome. We're really excited to see how the season plays out. Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you.
And take care.
Have a good
Take
day.
care.
Thanks,
Bye.
you too. Bye.
This is RHAP. We know reality TV.